All right. So first things first, before I say anything, at any moment, some people can come into my crib and start moving stuff out. So if you start hearing like people like come in and out, or you hear my sister, just know it's like people in the background like moving my stuff. So I want to say that before it start getting like real wild because they could be coming at any moment. So I want to say that. But today it really I really didn't have a lot to talk about today. I did have two questions. Somebody asked me, okay, how do you use the higher time frame, break a structure, and then entering off of the 5 minutes? So we're gonna talk about that. And I'm gonna go over the homework a little bit brief. I mean, a lot of people got the homework wrong, which is kind of crazy. But we're gonna go over break a structure again. I'm not gonna lie, because some of y'all was doing like when y'all have like a supply setup, y'all have a break a structure above supply. That don't even make sense. You know what I'm saying? Like if we're taking a supply setup, the break a structure should be below, not above. So I'm always confused on that. So I'm gonna talk about break a structure on a higher time frame and on the 5 minute, and then I'm gonna just take questions. Somebody wanted me to talk about psychology. I mean, we can talk about that at the end, but right now people are still not understanding like market structure or break of structure. So we gotta talk about that again, like no cap. But let's look at this homework. I ain't gonna lie. This homework was it wasn't terrible, but it wasn't up to par. I'm not gonna cap. So let me go find somebody homework that was just I don't even know. Okay, this. Okay, so this is a break of structure, but that don't apply to your setup. You feel what I'm saying? So if a break of structure is above, that doesn't really matter. I mean, we know we're breaking structure to the downside, but how does this apply to the setup that you're taking? It don't apply. So that was the majority of the homework that was wrong. Let me see. And then some people just turn in like whatever type of homework. Uh, okay, right here, perfect. So if you're looking at this, if a breaker structure is up, is like this is supply right here. Why wouldn't he mark up this one? Like, let me do my annotation. So if a breaker structure is really right here, why would he draw this out? He should have drawn this out, this one out, because that is connected with this breaker structure right here. So this didn't make sense right here because we're underneath the breaker structure. So a lot of people was doing this like, okay, it's just a breaker structure. Yeah, it's a breaker structure, but is that with your setup? No, we're underneath the breaker structure. So that's not right. That's not right at all. So this will be the correct way. You see how this is right up, the supply is right above the breaker structure. Then we get a breaker structure, it comes right back into it. Then you would have sold right here. That's what I mean about a breaker structure. But I got some stuff already on TradingView that I'm gonna break down. But a lot of people just like, okay, that's just a breaker structure. Like y'all just drawing up breaker structure, but it's not making sense with the setup. You know what I'm saying? So let me make sure this chat is you can see the chat. Yeah, like I'm pretty sure people know breaker structure, but it has to apply to the setup that you're taking. So let's just go to TradingView. I ain't gonna lie, because this is gonna make more sense. So let me go to TradingView. Okay, so I got three setups that I want to show y'all. It's gonna be on all JPY, USD, JPY, and GU. So right here, now this is the 1 hour time frame. This is the 1 hour time frame. And that yellow line is a clear breaker structure. Like it literally broke above and we're making a whole new high. I'm gonna look at the chat a little bit later. So we have a breaker structure on the 1 hour. Now we clearly see that this is a demand right here. Like we clearly see that, but we're breaking structure on the 1 hour. So if we miss this 1 hour setup, pretty sure I wouldn't even take a 1 hour break. But if I go to the 5 minute chart, I'm looking for the same thing. So basically, like all you're doing, like once you see the higher time frame breaking structure, go to the 5 minute or even a 15 minute and see if it's breaking on micro structures, because this is like a macro structure right here. Like this is like on a larger time frame, but it's gonna do the exact same thing on a lower time frame. So all you gotta do is just wait on the 5 minute to see if breaking structure and see if the setup is the same, basically. So let me go to the 5 minute right here. So right here, this is the 1 hour demand. So we could just take this off because we know we already tapped into the 1 hour demand. But all we're doing is we're waiting to see if it's going to break structure. So now let me go to the line chart. If I look at the line chart, we have structure right here, structure right here, and structure right here. These are swing highs. So if it break above and we see a demand up in this area, if we see a demand anywhere up in this area and it's breaking above those yellow lines, we want it to come back into our zone to take the buy because it's the same thing as the 1 hour chart. So let me go back to the candlesticks. So let me go and fast forward. So right there, it broke two structures right there. So this demand that's sitting at the bottom, it broke two structures right here. So right there, that's the demand that we have marked up, but we understand that it just broke two swing highs. So if it broke two swing highs, that's confluence to take the buy if it come back into our area. Plus the 1 hour already broke structure too. So the same thing is going to happen on all time frames anyway. As soon as it tap, okay, it's coming down, boom, that's it. That's how I would use the higher time frame to determine if I want to take a demand or not. You know what I'm saying? Because all we did was just look at the 1 hour, like, okay, we already had a 1 hour demand and that broke structure. Then we go to the 5 minute and it also broke more structure. You know what I'm saying? Now it's gonna be situations where you're gonna see a 1 hour demand breaking structure, but we're not gonna see no 5 minute structure being broken. So this is another example that I want to show. So right here, this is a 1 hour demand again, and we clearly see it's a demand sitting at the bottom. Let me take this up. We clearly see that it's a demand sitting at the bottom right there. So we have this marked up. That yellow line, we break some structure with that wick, and then I go to the 15-minute chart to see if I can make the zone a little bit smaller. So if I'm looking at this, I mean, I clearly see it's a demand sitting right at the bottom right there. If I stretch out that candle, let me stretch it out. Right there, we make that zone just like that. And then we'll just wait. Let's go to the 5 minute, see if we can make our zone even smaller. No, we can't. We can't make the zone smaller. So once it tap into it, now this is the 5 minute. Once it tap into it, you can take this buy. Now, for people to be like, okay, why didn't you look at any of these other ones? Well, if I look at any of these other candles right here, they're all covered. If I look at this candle right there, covered. Look at that candle right there, it got tapped into with that candle. This candle got tapped into. This candle wicked and then closed back into the box. This one wicked and then closed back into the box. So this is literally the only candle that's sitting at the bottom that's valid that have a gap on it. That's it. So that's like the deepest demand you can possibly see on the 5 minute. But again, this is still a breaker structure on the 1 hour. So this is like probably the most beautiful setup. So once we get a break, boom, that's it. That's literally it. I'm kind of going a little bit fast. Let me know if I'm talking too fast. But that's basically all I would look for. I have another setup on all JPY. But when it comes to the higher time frame, I'm mainly looking for a structure broken on the 1 hour. Why? Because we're entering off the 5 minute. If you see a structure broken on a 4 hour, that's going to take a long time for it to even come back. When you want to see the breaker structure on the 5 minute too, yeah, but you're not going to always get that. You're not going to always get that. You may, let me fast forward. I don't know if we're going to get a breaker structure on the 5 minute right here, but is it guaranteed that it's always going to happen? No. It's not guaranteed. Sometimes they may tap into the 1 hour demand and they just might just take off. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like they may not create more structure so you can get in on the 5 minute. They may not do that. Let me see. Okay, so right here, we got a breaker structure right here, but look how far we are from the 1 hour demand. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to get in up here when we're already been moving up on that 1 hour demand. Let me fast forward. Yeah, it's just taking off now. Yeah, I mean, you could have, this is the only thing you probably could have took if you would have just only traded the 5 minute right here. That's literally it. We got to break a structure literally right here and right here. I can go to the line chart just to confirm that. But right there, again, if you don't understand structures, just go to the line chart. The line chart ain't gonna lie to you. So right there, those are two structures that just got broken. Now this one right here, you can't see it because it's the line chart only calculate the bodies of the candle, not the wicks. But that wick right there went a little bit higher. So that's the only way you can take the 5 minute, but we're way too, you know what I'm saying? The demand, the 1 hour demand was right there. Would you put your stop loss below the zone? Would you put your stop loss below the zone on that first tap on the 1 hour? I wouldn't put it below the zone. I mean, this GU, I would just honestly, I would give it like some breathing room, like halfway. I wouldn't do all this because I don't like having too big of a stop loss. I'm not gonna lie. You count this wick as a breaker structure? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I do. Yep, I do. That little wick right there. Yes, I do count as a breaker structure. Yep. Okay, so I got another example right here. Now this one, I'm not gonna lie. Now this one, it's a lot going on right here. So if I'm looking at this, we have two setups happening at the same time. Well, one is happening right now, but another one will happen. So we have this yellow line is a breaker structure. We have a supply setup sitting right here. Okay, so we got a 1 hour supply, breaker structure. Okay, but we're also tapping into a demand that's literally just sitting right here, that's just like low key over here. So we got a demand that's right here, and we got a 1 hour supply that's haven't been tapped into. Now let's go to the 5 minute chart. Now again, we're breaking structure, so the current market looked like it's a downtrend. So this is kind of dangerous to even consider a demand because we're breaking structures to the downside. Now let me go to the 5 minute. Now the 5 minute. This is London session, by the way. I'm not going to take a buy unless I see a break of structure because this looked like a downtrend. If we're looking at this, this is like a new downtrend being created. The only, I say this all the time, the only way I'm taking counter trend if I get a break of structure to go the other way. I'm not just going to take a counter trend move if we don't get no break of structure. Let me see. Why wouldn't you pick the supply at the top? Let me go back to the 1 hour. Wow, what? Right here? This one got tapped into already. You talking about this one, Jamie? Right here? No above. No, ain't no supply right there. I mean that is a supply, but it ain't no high probability supply. Ain't no gap on it. Ain't no gap on it. That candle made it low probability. If you would put a box right there, that candle it wicked out of the box and closed back into it. That's no gap right there. Yeah, yep. Okay, so let me take that off. Say inverted head and shoulders. I mean a head and shoulders pattern. Yeah, no facts. Okay, so right here, now again, when it comes to counter trend trading, I need to break a structure. I don't like taking counter trend moves because most of the time they're gonna stop you out before they go in that direction anyway. So like it's dangerous to trade counter trend. Now remember, this is a 1 hour demand that was just there, but it looked like this is still a downtrend. So let me fast forward. Okay, now we're getting these wicks to break above this swing high. And again, if you still can't see it, go to the line chart and look at and pay attention to the wicks. So we also have a demand that's sitting right here. It's a demand that's right there. Now I'm gonna take off this 1 hour demand zone because we still know that we're in this zone right here. So we got to break a structure right here. Once a gap in supply or demand is filled, makes it move, it's considered invalid. It don't make it invalid. It just lets you know that they already tapped into that zone. It's not invalid. Demand zones can be tapped multiple times, but I like it when it's tapped once. When it comes back a second time, I don't really like it like that. I'm gonna be honest. Do you always wait for a break of structure? No. You can look at the Doyle trade ideas in the Discord. I take setups with no break of structure too. So no, I don't always. No. Okay, so right here, this have a break of structure on the 5 minute, and this is a 1 hour demand, but we still haven't tapped into that the supply that broke some structure as well. So let me fast forward. Okay, now we're back into the demand. Back into the demand. It's a little deep into the demand, but if we follow our rules, we should be entering off the break of this candle right here, and we should actually be targeting that 1 hour area right here. We should be targeting this 1 hour supply because it still never got tapped into, and we still have a break of structure right there. Can you make a bigger box? Can you make a bigger box, right? You can make a bigger box, right? What you mean by a bigger box? What you mean? Oh yeah, yeah, my fault, my fault. Yeah, yeah, you absolutely right. Yep, you're right. Definitely can because they may tap into that one, not this one. No, you're right. You're right. Okay, so yeah, so this is a breaker structure on a 5 minute, and we still understand that we have a bearish breaker structure on the 1 hour. So let me fast forward. That would be our entry to buy. Okay, now after we move our stop loss to break even, whatever, I would target the 1 hour supply, and I would just instantly get out like that. That would be it. I wouldn't try to like what I'm saying, map it out or whatever. Okay, so now let's go back to the 1 hour because this is the whole purpose of this example. We are at a 1 hour supply. Now, when we're at a 1 hour supply, do you want to take the 15-minute break? Do you want to take the 1 hour break, or do you want to wait for a 5-minute break of structure? It's so many ways you can get in this. You know what I'm saying? So this example is only for waiting for a break of structure on a 5 minute. So let's just wait because we need clear structure. It gotta make sense. It have to make sense. Don't be like, okay, that structure right there. No, it have to be clear. We need some type of momentum breaking something. So for this setup right here, I'm not about to adjust the 1 hour. I'm not about to do that because we're taking our setup on the 5 minute as far as the break of structure to the downside. And we trade New York session anyway, so this wouldn't even be realistic anyway. Okay. So we have a supply right here. We have a supply right here, but do this have a break of structure? Let's go to the line chart. It do have a break of structure. Let's see if this hold. That's a swing low right there. It broke that low right there. Or okay, now it just made it invalid. It's made invalid. So we had delete the zone. We still following our rules regardless. We're still following our rules. So now we have a sell bias right here. Like we're not taking no buys, we're not taking anything else but a sell, but we need a break of structure on the 5-minute chart. Okay. Now this right here, this is a setup right here with no break of structure. You could take that sell, but this example, we only focusing on the break of structure. Okay, now we got a break of structure right there. That candle right there, that's a break of structure. Let's go to the line chart to see it. Boom. That made a new low. That made a new low. So let me put a line right there. Let's back to the candlestick. Or right here. Okay. So we clearly see it's a supply right there, break of structure. So I have my zone marked up. And then all we doing, we just following our rules. Wait for it to tap, take the break. That's it. Okay, down. That never tapped right there. Okay, now that one tapped. That one tapped right there. Now we'll just take the sale right there. If it break, it just depends if it break. Okay, bro. Boom. That's it. That's it. So that's all I wanted to just break down. If you see a higher time frame breaking structure, a supply demand, it doesn't matter. Go to the 5-minute and see the exact same setup with a breaker structure. If you want something that's really like beautiful, like something like this, that's definitely ideal for sure. Yeah, no, this week was good as hell. I'm not gonna lie. So anybody have any questions though? Because a lot of people got the homework wrong. I don't understand how people got the homework wrong as far as the breaker structure. Are y'all confused on what structure is? Or people just, I don't know. Y'all good on breaker structure, or y'all still need y'all like a little shaky on it? A breaker structure be hard a little on some pairs. Okay. Yeah, yeah. If your homework, because I like the homework was high probability, which means it has to have a gap. If yours was a low probability and the gap already got tapped into, that's wrong, because that's not what the homework said. I missed the homework because I didn't wait for it to come back. And matter of fact, let me go to the homework real quick. Let me go to the homework. Yeah, I don't know who this is, bro, but I'm gonna need the whole chart though. You showing me this? I mean, it's right, but at the same time, can I see the whole chart? Okay, I could do some more examples. I can do some more examples. But like this right here, like this is very clear. We got a breaker structure, that wick right there. We made a new low, tapped into it, sell. Yeah, I don't know your name, bro, but what was those yellow blocks, bro? I'm looking like I don't know what that is. I don't know what that was, bro. When you turned it on. Okay, Mitch, what was, yeah, here you go right here. Bro, what is this? know what I'm saying? Like, do wicks count? Yes, wicks count. I really didn't understand what was these yellow blocks. I'm like, you know, oh, you said it's an indicator. Okay. Why? I mean, I don't know how experienced you are, but over time, you don't need this indicator. I ain't gonna lie. Like, you said I'm cheating. Yeah, I don't really know. I was confused. I'm looking like, okay, what? That's basically just to help you with the gaps. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. Somebody turned in 6 charts. I'm like, okay, why are you turning in 6 charts? Okay, yeah, this is something else. If you are taking a supply right here, which it tapped into it, why would you mark up the break of structure at the bottom? The break of structure would be right here. The break of structure would be literally right there. That's the break of structure. And then you have that marked up. Not this one. Not that one. Not that one. Not that one. So like something like this. You see how we got a break of structure right there, right under it, and then we'll take the sell. Let me see. Somebody actually turned in some demand homework. I mean, that's not what I asked for, but let's see. I'm gonna get back to another example. Gotta look left. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Oh no. Yeah. This is wrong too. Even though she gave me the wrong homework, this is actually wrong. Um, you need the breaker structure to be okay. So because next week homework gonna be demand breaker structure. If you're taking a demand setup, the breaker structure have to be above, not like, but have to be above with the setup. Like she's taking a buy right here, but then it's breaking structure after she's in the trade. No, no, sir. That's not right. That's not right. Okay, now this is right. We got a breaker structure right there, and then it came back into it. That's right. This is right. You know what I'm saying? We need a structure being broken, then pull back. Break a structure, pull back. Let's go find another setup. Go back on trading view. But yeah, this stuff, I mean, if you don't really know nothing about structure, this may be a little bit confusing. But for people that already know market structure, this is like, you know, it's like cookie cutter stuff. Like this is pretty simple. Oh, so the same leg that breaks structure would be the entry. No, it wouldn't be the same leg. You're just breaking structure. So wherever your demand is located at or supply is located at, it has to break structure before it comes back. So let me I'm just gonna find another 5 minute setup. Okay, right here, perfect. This is perfect. Let's do a replay mode. Okay, so we have a supply that's literally sitting right here. I'm gonna mark it up, but they never came back until they broke structure though. You feel what I'm saying? So right here, all of these lows, that's a break of structure right there. Now, say if let me rewind just a little bit more. Say if they do this, say if it dropped and then came back and then dropped, that would be no break of structure. It would just be a supply setup with no break of structure. You feel what I'm saying? But since they did this, since they came lower and made a whole new low, they made a whole new low, then came back into supply, then dropped. That's a supply with a break of structure. That just increases the chances even more. Once a supply on a 1 hour supply get tapped and a 5 minute supply form but doesn't break a structure, would you take it? Yeah, I'll take it. Yeah, I'll take it. Yeah, yeah, this is a break too. Yeah, this is a break of structure too. Yep, yep. It's a break. Yeah, yeah. If the 1 hour breaks some structure and it taps to supply, but the 5 minute setup don't have a break of structure, I would still take that. I would still take that. In that very example, is swing high at the top of that supply. Uh, I mean, this got tapped into already. Up here got tapped into already. I don't see anything else that haven't got tapped into. I'm talking about high probability setups. I'm talking about the setups that got gaps. That's what I'm talking about. That's all I'm talking about right now. I'm not talking about the ones that already got tapped into. I'm talking about supplies that have the gap on them. Okay. So I hope that made sense. But yeah, let's just go through another setup. Do y'all understand the higher time frame ones though, or y'all want me to go through another one with the higher time frame? So I can try to find one just on the fly right here. Okay, another higher time frame. A breaking structure before giving an entry. It kind of gives you a heads up of the direction. Exactly, exactly. It's already telling you where they want to go anyway. But once we got the gap with the breaker structure, and don't let the higher time frame got the same breaker structure going in the same direction. That's golden right there. Okay, let's go to the 1 hour and let's see if we can find one. Let's take this off. This is throwing me off. Okay, right here. Now, this is a 1 hour breaker structure. Let's go. Let's do the replay mode. Let's see what the 5 minute will give us. Now, let's put the line chart on. This leg broke this low right here. Mark that up right there. That whole move right there broke that low right there. So it's showing his hand first. Now I'm gonna mark this 1 hour up, and then we're gonna see what the 5 minute talking about. Now look at this. I don't see anything. I mean, you can make your zone smaller. If you make your zone smaller, it would have never tapped into it. So this is just strictly a 1 hour setup. Bro, I noticed when I back test, when you hold a runner from your entry, there is a new demand or supply with the gap, they will come back and stop you out and fly in a direction. Okay, so what we gonna do about it? We're gonna wait until 1 to 1.5 RR, or are we gonna do a 1 to 2 RR, then move our stop loss? Because if it keep happening, we gotta do something different. If you keep getting stopped out on your runners, you gotta do something different. You know what I'm saying, like maybe you gotta wait a little bit longer before you move your stop loss to break even. This setup don't even seem like they even gave us a 5 minute breaker structure. Let me see. This is still a 1 hour setup. Yeah, this setup, hold on. Gotta stretch these candles because they be sneaky with it. Okay. They didn't tap into it. So that little smidge right there, they didn't tap into it. So let's go back. Let's go back. This zone is big as hell, I'm not gonna lie. But let's go back to the 1 hour. So again, this is still a 1 hour supply setup, but we have a 5 minute that's also breaking structure. Let's go to the line chart if we can't see it. This low is being broken with a whole new low. Now let's see if it holds. I don't know. I don't trade this pair. So let's fast forward and let's see if we get this to tap into it and drop. It gonna even come up there. Okay. Okay, now y'all just saw that, right? Y'all just saw that, right? This is a 1 hour supply breaker structure. Then we have a 5 minute breaker structure. And it takes forever for it to come back. And then it finally taps and drop. That's what I mean about waiting for a 1 hour breaker structure and then trying to see the same exact setup on the 5 minute. But this literally just tapped into that zone right there. And if you can't see the gap, you're gonna have to stretch out the candle so you can see it. That little smidge right there, that little wick that never tapped back into that box, they left a little gap right there. And then they finally came back right there, tapped into it. And that was when it was time to sell. Okay. So I hope this making sense. How would you tell the difference between a breaker structure and liquidity grab? If a wick breaks a high, will you determine if it's a breaker structure? I mean, it depends on whatever's at the bottom. Whatever's at the bottom. So if I see that it's a demand at the bottom and it's a breaker structure, then I'm probably going to take that demand. So right here, this is also a breaker structure. Don't get me wrong. This is a breaker structure. We see this demand right here. But this is also dangerous. We still got to pay attention to the 1 hour. This demand right here, this is dangerous because we're still off of the 1 hour setup. So I'll be a little iffy about it. Like, I don't know, like, should I take this or should I not take this? It's a 50-50. This is a breaker structure off of that this going above this wick right here. But we know that this is still coming off of a 1 hour setup. So you have to be very careful on these type of setups. Like, yeah, this is a breaker structure off the 5 minute demand, but know where you're at in the market. Let me go back to the 1 hour. Let me see what the 1 hour looking like before I even, But yeah, if I'm looking at this is a 1 hour setup. This is a 5 minute supply, and we have a 5 minute demand right here. Now this can go either way. This could be a loss or a dub. I'm about to fast forward and see what's going on. Okay, that ended up being a win. And then in reverse. So your buy would have been right here. The buy would have been right here. And then you would have caught your little 1-on-1 and then it would have reversed. Whatever. But yeah, that's a demand too. So like setups is happening all over, but they're bouncing off of each other. So this supply right here, like this is a supply too, but it didn't hold. But we had a supply sitting above that held. Then we had a demand that broke some structure as well. That went up a little bit, then reversed. So I mean, just because it's a break of structure doesn't mean it's going to just be a big runner or it's going to keep going up. Like, you know what I'm saying? I try to only take setups off of the overall direction for the day. So if it's bearish for the day, I'm only taking sales. That's smart. That's smart. For a new swing high or swing low to be made, for example, does a new swing low have to break a swing low? Oh, if a new swing low have to break a new swing high to be considered a new swing low or vice versa. Okay, I'm getting confused, bro. I might have to unmute you. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I might have to unmute you. So let me oh, what's your name? Gerald? Okay. Hello?
Yeah, what's going on, man? Can you hear me?
Yeah, a little bit. Let me hold on. I'm gonna have to turn them off. Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I hear you.
Okay. Yeah, no, I was just asking because I honestly have like some troubles trying to like find swing lows and swing highs. Like I'm just saying like the lowest point there would be a swing low. So I'm saying like does it have to break the most recent swing high to like make a new swing low?
Yeah. The most recent. I always go with the most recent. Most recent for sure.
So all right, so in that example right there, so like that one like big ass like green wick that tapped into like that 1 hour supply, that would be your new swing high, right? For that moment in time?
Yeah, for that moment.
Okay.
I mean, we only can go off a base of what we see. So if I see that it's making a new high, but it's tapping into supply, I'll take the sell. But what's at the bottom? We gotta pay attention to what's at the bottom. Because at the bottom we got a demand. It went up a little bit, but it looked like it just broke some more structure to the downside. So we're only following our rules. Let me fast forward. Oh, that must have been Asian session. Okay, then it dropped. Okay, now that's a break of structure. So, so you know what I'm saying? So we're just following the rules of structure. The structure is lower high, higher, not high, higher high, higher low, and then lower low, lower high. We're just following the rules. But still pay attention to the 1 hour though. You know what I'm saying? Still pay attention to it.
Okay, actually, no, I'm sorry, man. Yeah, no, keep going.
No, you good. Go ahead.
No, so like in that, like right now in the 1 hour, like if you zoom into like that last like bearish candle that's trying to make, so is that top of that green candle right before that like last bullish candle, is that the new swing high or not right now?
Not on the 1 hour, but on the 5 minute, yes.
Right.
Yes. So like there's structures within structure, like you know what I'm saying. So the smaller the time frame, like we can go on the 1 minute, it's gonna be structure all over the place. But that's why you got to keep paying attention to the higher time frame, because the higher time frame, that structure not gonna lie. Now the 1 minute, it's gonna tell you the truth for the most part, but it's not gonna always tell you the truth. Like right here, like this is following structure. So I'm just gonna just draw this out. So we got higher low, lower high, higher high, like you know what I'm saying? Like it's following structure, but if you go to the 1 hour, the 1 hour may look completely different. You know what I'm saying? So you got to make sure you know exactly where you're at on all time frames, so you won't be faked out, because there may be a break of structure on the 5 minute, but this 5 minute is, I mean, not 5 minute, but the 1 hour is saying something totally opposite. I hope I'm making sense. I hope I am.
Yeah, no, I think I'm following. I think it's just what's it called? Sometimes like I look at structure like on the line graph, and then like, it kind of throws me off. So what's it called? So sometimes I see breaks in like the line graphs, like making higher lows and then higher highs, and like if it's uptrending, it breaks a higher low, and then I start to look for more sells. But I think I should just be looking at more like swing highs type shit, because like the wicks and stuff. So like how would you, like based off higher time frame, like how would you keep like a bias like using like swing highs and swing lows? Like
okay, so a directional bias or just okay. Well, this is how I do. I base my direction on the 1 hour because I'm
Right.
entering off the 5 minutes. So I like just the 1 hour and the 5 minute, in my opinion, those go hand in hand. So I have to pay attention to the structure for the day on the 1 hour. What high being broken, what low being broken? Is it a supply today? Is it demand today? On the strictly the 1 hour, just to see what is the 1 hour doing. And then, okay, say if we got a supply on the 1 hour, I'm looking for structure to be broken to the downside on the 5 minute. Same thing for our demand. And if I'm in a range, I just know that I can go both ways. So there's gonna be some days where we're gonna be in something like this, where we don't really know what's going on. We're gonna be in something like that. We don't have no direction. So you kind of gotta trade what you see. Your chances of winning is getting decreased because there's no overall trend, no structure being broken. So I like basing everything off of the 1 hour. I may glance at the 4 hour, but the 1 hour just, in my opinion, just work hand in hand with the 5 minutes. So my bias be off of the 1 hour structure.
For sure. And I'm sorry. So like in like the last like smidge of that 1 hour, you have like you're clearly like making downtrends or like breaking swing lows. So where would you put like your most recent swing high like on that, like based off that 1 hour?
Okay, so this is a recent swing high. This is a recent swing high right here.
Yeah,
Right. This is a high too, but we see that this got broken.
for sure. Yeah,
That got broken. That got broken. So in my opinion, it got to be clear. Don't use every candle to be like, oh, that's a break of structure. Like, no, like how, especially like if it's like support and resistance and it's being clearly being broken. So let me let's get off of this pair. Let's go to Nash or something. Okay, so right here, if this breaks low, this is a downtrend. I'm
yeah.
convinced it's a downtrend. Now, once it break a high, am I convinced that it's an uptrend? Not yet. It need to break this high. In my opinion, it need to break that high so I can really be sure, like, okay, this is an uptrend. Because the more structures is being broken, the more it's letting you know that it want to go up. So I'm not going to automatically just say, okay, we just got a structure broken right here. It's an uptrend. Like, no, I'm still kind of like iffy because we just broke structure to the downside. So we kind of in between until we break this high right there, if that makes sense. I hope that makes sense.
No, for sure. I'm definitely falling for that.
You take this off. And then again, if you're still confused, go to the higher time frame up. So let me do a replay right here. So just like I said, this is a break of structure to the downside. Yeah, write that up. So this is a break structure to the downside, and this is a break structure to the upside. Let's go to the 1 hour and see what it's saying. Because the 4 hour. Now, if I'm looking at the 4 hour, we're consolidating. This is not making sense to me at all. So I'm just going off of what I see on the 5 minute. That's why I said when you got the higher time frame there's not making sense at all. Like I don't know the trend. You have to trade what you see. We can't base nothing off of anything. I mean, you can go to the daily and see what the daily talking about. Now the daily look like it's breaking structure to the upside, but again, this still could be a downtrend. So situations like this, you gotta trade what you see. You gotta be unbiased. Sure. I hope I answered your question.
No, for sure, man. More than enough. Thank you, bro. Appreciate you.
It's like major and minor levels on a 5 minute. Yeah, exactly. The 5 minutes, see, the lower time frame is going to be noisier. That's why I like the 1 hour. The 1 hour is like a mixture of the lower time frame and a higher time frame. So it's like, okay, you get the best of both worlds. Okay. But yeah, no, with the homework though, like we got to understand structure though, as far as like supply, break of structure got to be below, demand, break of structure got to be above, vice versa. And then when you're in the range, you're not really getting any structures being broken at all. But anybody got any more questions though? I don't even know if that guy is here that wanted to talk about psychology. I don't know if y'all wanted to talk about psychology or nothing. But yeah, as far as like holding trades or whatever, you trade direction. Your trade direction is my problem. I wake up trying to demo trade in New York and be lost. Okay, so you just getting your direction wrong. You getting your direction wrong. Are approaching but haven't reached a higher time frames of Planet Man, such as April 14th on NAS. What is your directional bias for the day? Okay, let's go to NAS. Let's go to NAS. You said April 14th. Replay it. Let's not fake it here. So I trade New York session. Let's go to the 1 hour. I'm going strictly to the 1 hour. Let's take this stuff off too. Okay, so if I'm looking at this, I'm still bearish. Why am I still bearish? Because we still haven't really broke no major structure. I mean, we got like a little, let me go to the line chart real quick. We are making like a triple bottom right here, but we're not breaking any lows, but we're not breaking major structures to the upside. Yes, we have a break right here, but I need this to be extended a little bit more for me to just consider this an uptrend. Nah, but like at the open. Okay, at the open. Oh no, the open is unpredictable. I can't tell you what it's about to do at the open. Oh no, I ain't about to allow nobody on here. The open, I don't know. The open, it can shoot up, it can shoot down. I don't know. For real. Like that's why I don't trade it. Somebody gonna debate you on that, bro. Because some people be going crazy on London. So I can't really say it's better in New York because London be having the best runners I've ever seen. Can you go over that Nash trade on Friday? Okay. Let me go over this real quick. Okay, now stuff like this, that's why I don't know what it's about to do, bro. Like, yes, this look like a downtrend, but I don't trade around this time, and that's dangerous in my opinion. That's just super dangerous. What pairs y'all trade on London? Like GJ, GA, pound pairs, euro pairs. I've seen Nas throw some setups in London. Question. Oh, you okay? Let's go. You say you want me to go over Nash loss on Friday. Did you hop back in? Hop back in, bro, because it definitely lost, and then it won. So this right here, no, you didn't hop back in. So this right here, I mean, this has been happening. This still happens to this day, but this is a breaker structure right here. We sold right there. It came back, stopped everybody out, and then you could have got back in. Yeah, this trade was crazy, bro. I ain't gonna lie. This is a breaker structure. I mean, it followed all these rules. It just came back and just, you know what I'm saying? It literally just came back. So the sale was right there. It came back into the zone. It never made the zone invalid. So the re-entry was literally there, you know. I don't know. You say you didn't get hop back in, but some people got back in and made their money back for sure. You say the 4 hour and a 15-minute match with each other. Or they just asked the I can't say. I can't say. I'm not gonna lie, I can't say because I've been trading 1 hour and a 5 minute in conjunctions with each other for so long. I can't just be like, oh yeah, the 4 hour and the 15 do the exact same. No, bro. No, bro. I just noticed that the 5 minute and the 1 hour just hand in hand. Yeah, no, this was crazy, bro. Like this was supposed to drop, and he came back and do some bullshit. SPS was clean on the Friday. Let me see. This shit was dropping. Yeah, but y'all got any more questions though? Somebody said they having a hard time leaving runners, even though like anybody having a hard time leaving a runner, besides it's coming back to break even, are you having a hard time leaving a runner? Like your psychology as far as like being scared. I am. Could you trade directions? Trade direct. I don't know what you're talking about. What was the EU trade you took yesterday? A break and recess or a supply? Supply. Yeah. So yeah, this trade right here, this was just super textbook. I'm not gonna lie, that we took Friday. So on 1 hour, back on the 1 hour, it break a structure. Had this marked up, break a structure on the 1 hour. And I was iffy about taking it. I was iffy about taking it because my stop loss was so big. I'm like, damn. And then I saw that we was tapping into a 5 minute demand as well on that candle right there, that green one. And as this started rejecting, I'm like, man, should I get in? Should I not get in? And I'm like, fuck it. I'm just gonna get in. 20 pip stop loss, whatever. And I just got in. And then the rest was history after that. And then what's crazy is they doing the same thing going back up. So this is another breaker structure to the downside. I mean to the upside, and go demand sitting right there. I don't know if anybody caught that. That was a little later in the day on Friday. I don't think people caught that, but They going back up now. So we got a break of structure, boom, come right back into a tap. And now look at this one. This one have no break of structure right here. I mean, it do, but it's a little risky though. But this is definitely a break of structure. But I don't like this break of structure more than this one because this one is way more cleaner. So yeah, this was a demand right there, and then they threw another demand. If you take an L and want to take another setup, would you double up on the one-on-one or you use the same risk? Now I'm using the same risk. I'm using the same risk, bro. Because if I risk a little bit more and I lose, nah, I'm really down bad. Hell no. But can you show the 1 hour setup? Break of structure. Okay, the break of structure on the 1 hour on EU is right here. That's a low. And then again, if you can't see it, line chart. Boom, break of structure, boom. Right there. Yeah, I was iffy about taking EU. I ain't gonna lie. First, I'm like, man, I don't know, bro. This is kind of, it's tough. Yeah, you can consider that EU trade. You took high probability. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, at the end of the day, this is still a 1 hour setup. This is still a 1 hour setup. Yeah. If you lose on a setup and trade against, just trade again. Just hold the runner a little longer to make your money back and some. Yeah, facts. You could do that too. Just hold it until you make your money back. But my trade direction, seeing guys be bad because I'll be looking at US 30. Are you talking about like looking at all indices and they're all going in the same direction and judging like they're all going to go in the same direction? Because that's a problem if you're just trading indices. That's why I don't really like taking SPX and NAS. I pick one because if they both lose, I'm down bad twice. That's two setups I just lost. So say if I call out a trade and it's NAS and SPX, I'm only taking one of those. I'm only going to take one. I'm not going to take SPX and NAS. That's pointless. I just rather just take NAS. Is that wick tapping into the 1 hour supply? You're a new swing high. Yes. Yep. That's a new swing high. Yes. I did that, but cut SPX the day I lost. That's tough. No, just trading US 30 only. It seemed like US 30 is just hard to sell. That's why anybody that trade US 30 in the group, bro, good luck. You know what I'm saying? Because US 30 be having a mind of its own sometimes. You may see the other indices going up, but then US 30 might be going down. And it's like, well, what the hell going on? You know what I'm saying? So honestly, I would just trade US 30 separate. Don't even look at no other indices. Just trade that by itself. I mean, you did say you do that by yourself, but yeah, US 30 is definitely difficult in my opinion. Instead of taking partials at 101, just move your stop loss to break even and let it either hit break even or TP so it won't affect my overall return. Facts. What was your question? What was your question, bro? I ain't see it. Bro, have you ever tried to hedge your trades? No, I never hedge. Hell no. I've never been a hedger ever in my life. What about gold? What about it? Y'all went crazy on Gold Friday. I should have took that. Y'all went crazy. Shout out to Lil Fool in the chat, man. Lil Fool, that went crazy. I can look at gold real quick. Yeah, no, gold was just it was clean as hell. Y'all caught that. I ain't catch that. Lil Fool FX. No facts though. This is clean right here. Like this is just textbook. This is what the homework gonna be next week. Right here, boom. Break a structure, demand. Going crazy, bro. Going crazy, bro. And then, oh my god, is that another supply right there? Oh my goodness. Gold be going crazy, bro. Yeah. Yeah, if you took this, you went crazy. Yeah, that's all I ain't gonna lie, that's all I got, man. The homework, we just gotta do a little bit better on spot and break a structure. That's really it. So we gonna do some demand break a structure. And please read the homework, man. For people that just be turning in homework, just to be turning in homework. Can y'all read the homework, please? I'm trying to get funded. I'm trying to be a funding trader. Should I keep throwing bread a weekly paycheck? Nah, bro. If you want to be funded, bro, don't even. I mean, unless you want to play, get your experience with trading with live account. But if you just, my goal is to be funded, you don't even gotta do that, bro. Just practice until you can be able to get funded. Yeah, man. It's this been stressful, bro. Yeah. Oh yeah. Next week, no webinar. Webinar is canceled next week. I have a flight in the morning, and I gotta unload, got trucks and stuff. It's a lot going on Saturday. So yeah, next week, no webinar, unfortunately. Unfortunately. Me personally, I'm not gonna lie. See, you said my forex funds. I would recommend FTMO. People been coming to me, bro. They've been doing some bullshit. They've been doing this. My forex funds did that. I mean, some people got a good like a good review with my forex funds, but I'm just going off a base when people come to me, they be like, no, don't do my forex funds. FTMO more expensive. That's all. Yeah, yeah, that's facts. Weekend about to be crazy. It's just a lot going on. FTMO more credible. That's the real reason why I would prefer FTMO over my forex fund. It's just more credible. They've been doing this for a while. They've been paying out all their traders. Have been no BS. You haven't heard nobody getting scammed or anything. But my forex funds is I'm pretty sure they're good. Yeah, yeah. I've been in Brickle before. Could you explain Thursday SPX trade? That was a loss. I didn't understand why we took a buy on the higher time frame. Let me go to it. On Thursday? Did I trade SPX on Thursday? What's today? The 23rd? Oh yeah, oh yeah. I mean, this was clean, bro. I ain't gonna lie, bro. In my opinion, this was clean. This demand right here, follow the rules, break a structure, reverse. Now, somebody said this was like a higher time frame gap or something. Let me see. That loss on Thursday, in my opinion, that was clean. Where is it at? Or did I just take it off? Let me go back. Okay. Let me go back. Let me go to the 1 hour and see what the 1 hour talking about. Okay, so nothing on the 1 hour as far as like the high probability supply. And then 4 hour. Where is the zone? Why do they keep taking off the zone? I'm just going, because why do they keep doing it? I literally had no confluence of it going down. Like I'm looking at the 1 hour. Let me go back to the 4 hour. No confluence with it going down, bro. Like that's why I took the buy. I'm like, okay, everything got tapped into. That was the whole point of me taking that buy. I'm like, I don't see nothing on the higher time. I'm looking at the higher time frame. So, in my opinion, this is just my opinion. This was a losing trade. It was so close to the 1-on-1, but it never reached. So I'm just like, damn, let me just take this L. That's why I just stepped away from on Thursday. I'm like, I'm cool, bro. Like, shit is not working out. Even I'm looking at my EMA. I'm like, oh, we going up, reverse. So I honestly, I have no explanation for us as lost. I'm gonna be honest because I follow my rules and I lost. Um, could you do 2 trades for an example of how you approach the market in the morning? Let me do. I'll do another one. I'll do another one. Let me just go on another pair. I don't like back testing stuff that I already trade. Let me look at silver. I don't know if anybody trades silver, but I'm silver. Okay. All right. So I mean, everybody know that I trade. Um, yeah, it's sometimes it's just a loser. Like you can't control. Sometimes there have no explanation as to why you lost. You just lost. Every trade not gonna have an explanation as to why it lost. All right, so I'm about to just break down how I just view the market when I show up to the market. So the first thing I do, this is literally the first thing I do when I come up to the market. When I wake up, and I'll be like, good morning. Everybody be like, good morning. I go straight to the 1 hour chart. It's the first thing I'm doing. and I'm seeing what is the overall trend for the day. Now, if I'm looking at this, this is silver. Yeah. If I'm looking at this, this is bullish in my opinion. This is bullish. Now we do have a gap that's right there. This is supply right there, but I would have this marked up, but I still need to see my setup on a 5-minute. That's the thing. Just because it's approaching my 1 hour zone, or if I see something, I still need to see that setup on the 5-minute, regardless if it's a 4 hour daily demand, whatever. I need to see my setup on the 5-minute. So let me make this a little bit more cleaner. Now I see this. Now we're uptrending, and we got hella gaps below. Let me look at the 4 hour real quick. But yeah, that's the first thing I do. I look at the 1 hour. That's the first thing I do. And just to see like what is the overall trend. We're breaking structure on the 4 hour. So this looking like an uptrend. Okay. The 1 hour looking like an uptrend. Let's look at the 15-minute. What is the 15-minute doing? Okay, the 15-minute look like it's a supply right here with no breaker structure. So pay attention to that as well. It's a 15-minute supply at the top with no breaker structure. So we can be potentially being in a range. We don't really know, but right now I'm still biased that this is an uptrend, but I'm still marking up my zone. So let me go back to the 5-minute. That was a 15-minute supply. So if I'm looking at this, I see we clearly got a 5-minute supply literally sitting right there. So I'm gonna make my zone smaller. Now we got aggressive selling coming out of this area. So I'm like, okay, this could be respected. Just like that EU trade on Friday. If you pay attention to the EU trade on Friday, we had aggressive selling coming out of area, then it tapped back into it. So yeah. So right here, do we have a breaker structure? Me personally, yes and no. I like my structure to be more cleaner, but I still wouldn't consider this a breaker structure. It's just like a up, like a down. I mean, an up and down. Like it really didn't break clear structure in my opinion. So let's fast forward. Okay, where's 8 a.m. at? Oh, we are at 8 a.m. Okay, so this is 8 a.m. right here. This is the time I'll be waking up. And I literally have this marked up. And I'll turn on my EMAs just to see where I'm at. And we're looking like we're about to go counter trend because we're going towards the 200. So if we're going towards the 200, we're probably going counter trend. So you gotta pay attention to stuff like that. Most of the time when you're going towards the 200, either you're counter trending or the higher time frame is going the other way. So the higher time frame is clearly an uptrend, but the 5-minute is saying that, okay, like we got an EMA cross right here, even though that doesn't matter, but just know like the supply setup is heading towards the 200. So you just gotta be careful and be wary of that. So let me take this off, and I'm still gonna pay attention to the 1 hour right there. And we're still like an uptrend. So this move is very dangerous, by the way, because we already made our mind up that this is an uptrend. So the fact that we have a supply that's literally sitting right here at the top, that's dangerous. But are we gonna be scared not to take the setup? No. Let me make this a little bit smaller. Okay, so let me fast forward. Okay, now we get a tap. We get a tap at exactly 9:30. Now this is the New York Stock Exchange open. So I'm not gonna say it's gonna explode every time we get a tap on the New York Stock Exchange open, but just be aware of the timing that setups are happening. Okay, so we get a tap, and literally I would just take the break. Like I would literally just call it straight out, have an arrow, the little box, take the break. We're trading what we see. I mean, I would have been done off of this. I ain't gonna lie, I don't even trade silver, but just off of that, I would have been good. How much is this? Stop loss 18 pips. And then boom, you could grab 20 pips off of one candle. I probably would have been done off of that, not gonna lie. The runner consolidated for too long. It's not even making a decision. I would have just pulled it. Did it drop some more? Yeah, let's be real. We're not sitting in that. We're just not sitting in that. I know I'm not sitting in that. So I would have just been good off of this little supply right here. This little sale right here. I would have just been good. But you see the higher time frame, it said the uptrend, but then we get a supply on the 5-minute. So what do? Do we not take the supply, or we just we take the supply? I'm going to take it, honestly, especially after I get the break. And I'm not going to get in aggressive either because we're counter trending. So I'm good. So that's all I'm doing. 1 hour, what is the direction? Let's glance at the 4 hour. Let's go to the 15-minute. What do we see? No setup. Okay, 5-minute. Okay, boom. Let's take the supply or the demand. Where that 5-minute break? Can you show it swing high? Right there. That's the swing high right there. Oh yeah, definitely. If it's counter trend, I'm definitely taking that profit real fast because like it can just reverse. Why didn't you make the box smaller? I mean, I could have did this if I wanted to. I could. Yeah, I could have did that. But again, this is still the 1 hour. Remember, this was still the 1 hour. So this whole setup was that zone that I had marked up on the 1 hour. Let's not forget, this is still the 1 hour setup. Then I went to the 15-minute. Okay, let's make the zone smaller. Went to the 5-minute. Okay, let's make the zone even more smaller. Boom, make it small like that, and then it just tapped. I mean, it's the 5-minute counter trend swing, low broken. Oh, you talking about right here? This low right here? That low being broken? I mean, that's a swing low right there. With an impulse move coming down. Yeah, that'll be the swing low right there. I can go back to the candle. Yeah. All right, so that's all I got on this webinar. Next week, no webinar, unfortunately. The boy moving next weekend, so there's a lot going on next weekend. But I hope this made sense, man. If you're still having a hard time with breaker structure, just DM me. I'm gonna try to help you out. But next week homework is gonna be a demand with a breaker structure. Please read the homework. Please, bro. For people that do the homework, because nobody redo the homework. But for people that do the homework, read the homework, please, bro. Like y'all be sending me stuff that has nothing to do with homework. But all right, man. Y'all have a good weekend, man. Next week we back at it again. Hold on. While we all here, hold on. Let's go to Forex. While we already here. Hold on. We ain't done. Hold on. Okay, so Monday. Oh. Oh no, this is wrong. This is wrong week. Wrong. Okay, so Monday, Euro. Oh yeah, EU done with. Monday, not touching EU, over with. Okay, Tuesday, no news. Wednesday, I'm not trading. Thursday, we got news at 8:30. And Friday, we got news at 8:30. So it looks like we're gonna be trading more in the afternoon next week. Thursday and Friday, definitely probably gonna be trading after New York Stock Exchange open. And Tuesday, no news on Tuesday. And Monday, Euro USD is not being touched. So that's about it, man. Again, y'all have a good weekend. I'll see y'all in the chat. And let's just keep getting better, bro. Like, let's just keep getting better. That's all I can say, bro. All right, peace.